Hi there, my name is Jim Turner, and my podcast is really about concepts. I'm going to turn some light on here. Just a second here, get some light on the subject. There we go. Can you see me now? Gosh, I can see all these, you can see all these gnats now. So my process here is about showing concepts. Okay? In fact, my whole deal here. Oh, please subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell. Doggone gnats. And so, now what I'm about to show here, I've been doing this stuff for days. So, there's more gnats in there, and I thought there was. Oh, oh. So, what I'm going to do here, these are peaches that I picked yesterday. What I like to do is chill them in the fridge for about 24 hours because they're so soft that for me, if I let them firm up a little bit in the cold, they're easier to handle. So what I'll do is I'm going to process a bunch of them down in this thing here, and then I'm going to fill these things up. And what I do is I take these trays. You can use any tray you can come up with, right? Any old thing will do, almost. And so I'll fill these up on these trays like this, and I will slide in this freezer here, one on top of the other until I reach the ceiling. So I'm able to get like 3 or 4, maybe more, like that in there. And I'll leave those set overnight, well, 24 hours. And then I'll pop them out. I use a big bucket here. So what I do is I'll pop those, once they're all frozen up, I'll take this big bucket here and just pop them all in here, and those would be for the winter. That's I'll put them in soups. I can put them in any, whatever the imagination says, that's what we do, right? And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pause this and start my thing. Here we go. Press pause. Okay, I'm going to show a little trick that I came up with to take the skin off. I want to use the skin because you can get too much of I forgot what the element was in the skin of peaches. You know what, you could do a little bit, but not too much of the skin. Right? Once you eat about 5 peaches with skin, you can get an upset stomach. What I do is I start it and I put my knife down, and then I angle the tip up just a little bit. And what I do is I fillet that skin right off. Voila. And it's as simple as that. And so, I'm going to do that with all these peaches. Just kind of fillet that skin right off of there. Just like filleting a salmon or something. Just kind of angle that thing up a little bit. Twist it backwards. Right as rain. Easy peasy. One after the next. Some of them are so soft, it's kind of hard to hold on to. Yeah. This is the time of year when these peaches are really loaded with sugars, and they're very sweet. They literally just you go to take a bite. I wouldn't say it's really a bite. It's like, I don't know, like trying to put your mouth on soft ice cream or something. Yeah, taking soft ice cream. And so when I freeze these in little squares, little slices, I actually freeze them and then I eat them like ice cream. So I'll take like some peaches, and I'll take some berries that I got frozen, and different kinds, maybe throw in some nuts of different kinds, some, walnuts or almonds or whatever you got, and kind of mix it up a little bit with some 100% coca or something like that, and you got yourself kind of like an ice cream. It's really tasty, and it's all natural sugars, right? It's not that refined processed stuff. And so that's my dessert. So when I get done eating my one meal a day thing, That's my desserts. It's not ice cream. It's not cakes, candies, pies, whatever. No, it's this kind of stuff. But when these are out of season, so these are in season, right? So I'm eating these like now, right? So, but once they're out of season, that's when I go to the freezer and I make my combos. And so, but when stuff is in season, yeah, I typically eat it right then and there, and 'cause I just like it fresh, And everything here is organic. I don't put any pesticides or anything like that. Whew. That's like biting into sugar. Yeah, no pesticides, no chemicals, nothing like that. It's all right from the field to the table kind of food. Just like we ate food thousands of years ago. Well, that's how I eat food. I just don't have to scrummage around for it. I grow it, right? I grow it, so I don't have to. So the only place I have to go to hunt for it, is in my yard. So you can kind of get an idea. Now, if you ain't got these earwigs find their way in there, like gosh, it's not very often, but sometimes they'll find their way in there, and they'll damage the inside of the fruit also because they get in there and they want to get that protein from the seeds. I can see they're nibbling right on that seed. They broke inside of it, and those earwigs are looking for protein, so these actually are so sweet and so full of sugars. When they're like that, many times the skin just comes right off. You don't have to do anything. It just, in fact, I probably could have done that with every peach, but I just wanted to show an idea how you can process these peaches down, get the skins off. You don't have to do that boiling thing, or you don't have to do that other stuff. Now, I'm being pretty, cavalier about this because I got more peaches than I know what to do with. And so, if I see something that I don't like, structure, texture, I put it over here and then throw it in a container. It has to have a certain look, because some peaches, you ever bought a peach, or bit into one, it's like chalk? Well, yeah, my peach tree does that sometimes on some of them. But like this one here, nah, this one's like peachy, right? So, I'll see if the skin would peel off. Yep, peeled off pretty good, didn't have to fillet that one. And so I don't worry about losing much peach in my processes, because like I said, I have so many peaches that I'm not all that concerned about shaving more off than But if you're buying them or something like that, yeah, you might want to try a different method than what I'm doing. So yes, so there you go. So what I'm going to do, so when this is full, I'm talking kind of packed up there, kind of high. I'm going to blend that down, and then I've got these trays over here. Now these chilled all night, and I'll fill those trays up, and I'll leave that in there overnight, and in the freezer, and then I'll take them out. The seed doesn't want to. Sometimes those seeds just don't want to let go. No, that's my energy. No. And then, that was a nice crispy one there. I think I might want to eat that one. Sometimes I prefer one that's a little crunchy after eating so many soft ones, like a crunchy one, like like an apple. Yeah, like that. But I gotta watch the skin because I've eaten like 5 peaches. I got an upset stomach because I ate the skin and all. I have to wash them and all that. I ate the whole thing. And I forgot what the chemical was or enzyme, whatever it is on the skin. And the skin's good for you, don't get me wrong. But you know, there's such thing as too much of a good thing, and you want to look at the skin like that, right? Few of them with the skin, good for you. Too much with the skin, not so much, right? So I'm gonna put you on pause there, and kind of go step by step like that.
Okay, here we go.
What I do here is, now you can use anything, right? I just take this thing and I just compress the peaches down, and the liquid would build up at the bottom. I guess kind of on me a little bit, and it looks like I got enough room for a little bit more in there, and so that's going to be probably enough for maybe 6 trays, which is quite a bit. That's quite a bit of trays. 6 trays, and that's down a bit enough. Oh, one more. Now this time of year, the peaches are so loaded with sugars that the skin usually just comes right out, because they're like at their zenith of ripeness, right? With their most of the sugars and peachy flavors and all that kind of stuff. I want to put peach in my ear, right? I always protect my ears from motors, because you know, if we don't take care of ourselves properly, it's just a matter of time before something else catches up with us. And then I just make a smoothie. And so I'll just let that do its thing. Scoot this over. Bring this over here. And then I will fill all these trays. And it's really as simple as that. Right? And this amount of peaches here, if I was eating something every day or something, it'd be gone in just about probably 2 weeks. Yeah. That's it. So that is all busted down. No reason to give a frown. It looks awful nice. Looks awful nice. And then I just let her rip. Oh, it looks so creamy. Yeah, look at that. Pours really nice. I don't see any clumps. Looks good. And there's other ways that I use to, when I fill these trays, I come up with little tricks now and then to make it all kind of come together like birds of a feather. So I just kind of brush that in to fill all the squares more evenly. Kind of like that. Bring that over like a tsunami. Fill in the spots that I didn't get. And because I don't like it when it's overfilled, because I actually lose too much when I break them open. And I lose too much peach with all of them. So I like to get all of them kind of filled up evenly. Nice and even. Just like Bob Ross, just painting nice little peach trees, you know, or something. So this is the kind of stuff that I do all the time. So what you're seeing here is a lifestyle. This is my lifestyle. This is what I do. I like the idea that the food that I'm going to be consuming most likely doesn't have any chemicals. Well, I know mine don't. Well, you never know what you're getting from the air, right? The air is a different thing. We got pollution in the air and all that. So yeah, you can get some of that stuff, but you know, most of the chemicals are going to come from packaged food products. You know, because you get vapor. So when that food products goes through the machines for processing, get out of here. When it it goes through the machines for processing, you get all kinds of metal vapors that gets mixed in with the food, things like that, and all those metal vapors over time they go somewhere. Yeah, they go into our joints, our organs, or you name it. They go all over the place, right? And so then what I'll do is I'll take this tray and I don't want my tray sticking to that. I usually don't make a mess like that, but you know, sometimes things happen. And then I'll just take this and snap this puppy right in this flat section in my freezer. Just like that. And now what I can do is I can grab another tray, just like that, and some more, you know, ice cube trays. Looks like maybe I can only get maybe one. So maybe only one. One for fun. Let's see what we got. Maybe one and a little bit, maybe? Oh, it looks like one. Oh, cool. That worked out. So I got 4 ice trays full out of that one batch. That's pretty good. So I'll probably just put this in there, singular. And that's kind of it. Now, when I've seen stuff, when I see stuff, and I'm seeing somebody do something, sometimes I get an idea and it has nothing to do with what they're doing. But I take that concept, right? I apply it to something totally different. I mean, nothing to do with what that person was doing, right? But it helped that concept, by using that concept of what that person was doing, allow me to solve some other problems, right? And get some other things done. More simply the way I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's an easy way of doing things, and sometimes there's an easier way. And that's what I'm always looking for. Quicker, easier, more efficient, gets the job done well. And that's my day. Please subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell. I'm going to be doing this for hours. I got another load of them in there. But actually, these peaches in there, I just picked those just a little while ago, right before I started recording here. So those are going to chill overnight. And so the ones that are in there chilling are probably giving me almost 2 of those containers you just saw. And that's kind of it. And so please subscribe, thumbs up, ring the bell, leave a comment, answer all my comments. This is a baby YouTube channel. I really didn't get it started until April, so I can use your help. I appreciate that. Bye now. Well, one more comment. So you just saw the thing with the peaches. I'm getting ready to go out and pick a bunch of blackberries. And so when I pick my blackberries, what I do is I'll also chill them overnight. Because I found that, so first I'll rinse them, and then I'll strain them, and then I'll spread them on this and put them in the refrigerator overnight, right? And then maybe transfer them to a new one of these to get rid of the moisture, so that they don't stick when I freeze them too bad. And then I'll also take some, and I'll do the blender thing that you just saw me with the peaches, and do the same thing. So I'll take blackberries. Yeah, I've got cubes of blackberries from last year even still, that I use them for all kinds of things. And so you can see the concept. It can go with anything. I've got a rows of different kinds of nuts and stuff. I'll mix them in with my dessert. And that's it. All right, bye now.